Di man no more. Di na no more for ma. Joy of my life. Love of my life. Baby, I love you.
You be the right man. I know the end from the beginning.
Baby, you don't wait, Joe, because don't kill this.
I know the end from the beginning. Once you start hailing me, once an Igbo woman starts hailing the husband, we know the end from the beginning.
Okay, baby.
And I'm not ready.
Baby, go calm down.
I am not ready.
What is wrong with my husband? Baby, I want to ask you a question. Oh, you charge you.
Abuka know how much more. Everything that has to do with the mammon, God of mammon. If it's anything that has to do with Iyanko, if it's anything that has to do with Iyanko, I can't answer you.
Baby, calm down now.
I don't have money for vanity.
Right. It's not vanity. Baby, this is my husband.
It's not vanity, my love.
Baby.
Okay.
Baby, tell me, be sincere, be honest with this question. Take your time. In fact, take your time, but not too much.
Okay.
Baby, in your life, who comes first? In your life, you know understand. we are a family now. Anyabugo family, yes. You and I, and then we also have a child by God's grace.
Okay.
So in our family, baby, in fact, I'm right in your life. Totally, this is your life now. Who comes first?
My life.
Yes.
You have given me a hint by mentioning family. And you are now saying
generally now, when you are generally, like your life, your family is also your life.
I will check my priorities and check what is in my life. My family is in my life.
Yes.
My family, when it comes to my sisters and my brother, is also in my life.
Yes.
So again, my church, okay. I will say my honorable and beautiful wife comes first. Now, yes.
Baby, can get one now. You want to?
Okay.
Your life now.
Yes. My wife comes first now. My son matters, but my wife comes first because I have a covenant with my wife. A marriage covenant with my wife. I have an agreement with my wife, and it was the result of that covenant that brought forth our precious son. So without us coming together, without my wife coming into my life, this son will not come forth. So yes, my wife comes first.
So any day, anytime, if they place me, they place our child, and by God's grace, the children that will come as well, you choose me first.
Yes,
any day, anytime.
Our children have their own lives to live, but you are my life for me to live. Our children will grow up and get their own wives and their own husbands, and they will leave us to our old age, and we will start boogering. So it is their life, but you are my life. So of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So baby, why is it that women generally, they choose their children before their husbands? Why do for women, their children come first? Child come first before husband? Because to be honest, I will need you this question. Makachuku, I will say that my child comes first, because I need to take care of him. I'll say my child comes first before you. So why do you think women we think like this? Why do you think it is like this for us? And do you think it is wrong for us to think like this?
Women will always be women, okay? Women are emotional. Men are also emotional, but women are very highly, they are highly emotional beings. And then sometimes they allow emotions to decide for them. So it is because of that emotion that they are allowed to decide for them. That is why they choose their child over their husband. Why I say emotion is because they are telling themselves that this child came out from me. Literally. You know that when the man deposited the child into them, that it was pleasure that they were getting. So they don't have that literal emotion that something has been deposited in me. So they tell the man that if the man deposits the semen in them, it is pleasure that they get. But when the child starts growing in them, what they get is pain. What they get is labor. So, and you know, emotions are more loud when it is bitter, when they have to seek for sympathy. So that's, they feel that there's a natural attachment to them and the child because the husband did not come from them. And then the society also makes it look like that, that the man did not understand the pain of childbirth. And you will see too, they will be justified. They are justified in the sense that nature even conditions the child to have this natural attachment to the mother. So even as a man, you will grow up seeing your mother overlook so many things. So you feel like there is a connection. Not that you feel like, there is actually a connection. Because when they gave birth to a child, there's what we call the umbilical cord. Even when the doctor cuts it, nature never cuts it. Okay? So that is why a mother can be going through. I know my mother, and I know how my mother found out that my brother died. Had it been my father was alive, he may not have found out. How did my mother find out? My mother calls him every week, even when my brother doesn't care to call. Even me too, that doesn't care to. My mother calls. So, and when he died, my mother wasn't feeling well. Like, so that there's this connection. But apart from emotion, logically, that is how men think. If I put emotions too, I will start going with that school of thought that they say that, remember that your wife is not your blood. That your wife can do you anything. You know there's the school of thought that goes like that. That your wife is not your relative. That anything that you're doing, make sure you don't tell your wife everything. That she's not your blood. And you have cases of women that have dealt with their husband mercilessly to even justify it. So if I go with emotions too, I will say it is my son. After all, it is my blood. But no, man can put their life for their wives because men have a way of being very logical. Men have a way of putting their heart screen guard and thinking with their head. Okay, so you wouldn't blame two parties. If women can balance it, if women can understand that it takes a man to even get you pregnant in the first place, they will value the place of their husband. That if anything happens to their son, that they need their husband to impregnate them again. Of course. That if you want 7 children, that is your husband that will put it inside you. That your son will not make love to you. You get? You will have double of him through your husband. So women, you will not blame them in a way, and you will blame them in a way. Women have to balance the equation. You get? See me now putting you ahead of my son, and you now putting my son ahead of me. To shock you now, this man self, men will not even feel offended. Men will just.
I was coming to that.
Men will just move on with their life.
Do men even feel offended?
No, men have a way of respecting your choice. Okay, a man will just smile and then move on. But just tell a woman that the child comes before her. That day you may not even have peace in your home because she'll be carrying face up and down. Okay, so that is me answering your question.
Thank you.
I believe that I've done justice to it.
So many justices.
Okay, women are emotional beings and men are emotional beings, but the difference is checks and balances. One puts his own emotion in check, and the other one
Doesn't.
yes. So
Alright, guys. So, what do you guys think about what my husband responded? His response, his answers to my questions. Do you think do you agree with him? If you don't, what are your opinions? Thank you.